on the house, National Hardware Show 2015. It is the Danco exhibit at this phenomenal show, and there are lots of innovations here. And I am joined by Mark Garrett, and he is the Senior Product Manager at Danco. Mark, I am delighted to be with you.
Delighted to be here.
You really have come a long way in such a short period of time, offering innovative products to help people with specifically plumbing challenges that they have around the home. So for our friends watching who may not be familiar with Danco products, and I can't imagine that there are any out there, but for those that may be out there, share with them what you offer and what your mission is.
Well, we want to put the improvement in home improvement. So basically, we want to not only allow the consumer to solve the problem, but improve upon the problem.
Okay. And you're doing that with a variety of products. And let's take a look at some of the products that you have. And this one, the Carey brothers are very familiar with. This was launched last year, and we've used it on our remodeling projects. We've used it on television, and it's received rave reviews from both our viewers and our listeners. It is the Perfect Seal. Why don't you talk a little bit about how it works?
Well, the Perfect Seal basically replaces your traditional wax ring. Anyone that's ever installed a toilet and used a traditional wax ring knows how messy and how difficult and challenging it can be. So what we've done is we've improved upon the product. Still has the traditional wax as a wax seal has, because we believe that is the strongest seal out there. It's actually 3 times stronger than a traditional wax ring. But what makes this unique and innovative is it's so simple to put on your existing flange. Like if this was a flange, you would just simply place that down. It would align the toilet bolts and stabilize them, making it a one-person job. And then you take the toilet and you simply just put it over the top of this, press it down, and it compresses that wax right into that pipe.
It forces the wax on the underside of the Perfect Seal into the critical leak points of the flange, where the flange meets the soil pipe, and that's marvelous. Yet you have this flexible rubber gasket that the toilet seats upon, which is just wonderful, because if you don't position the toilet properly and you need to pull the toilet off, you can put it back on without having to go out and get another wax ring.
Yes, it makes it resettable, and you can reset the toilet as many times as possible if necessary.
All right, now Mark, you have a blue flexible gasket as well, and that stacks on top of the gray one in the event that there is, say, a tile floor and the closet flange is below the finish of the tile or whatever the floor might be. Is that correct?
That's correct. What we wanted to do is make this as universal as possible. So by adding this additional adapter, if it is indeed below the surface of the floor, you can just simply add this adapter and you still get that strong seal.
I like it. It's the Perfect Seal, and it's about, I think, $10 at retail, and I've seen it everywhere. All right, now there's the Hydro Seat. This is really interesting. I recently saw this at one of the major plumbing wholesalers. We went to their annual show, and we had a lot of fun with this. Share what this does. This is not the same as the Perfect Seal. This does something different.
That's correct. So in the case that you have a flange that is broken and rusted, and you can't actually use, the Perfect Seal or traditional wax ring as it is because the bolts will not actually stabilize on there, you can simply use this product, and what it does is it sits over the flange and it essentially creates a new flange.
I love this. I mean, Morris and I are in the home remodeling business, and we run into deteriorated flanges all the time. And replacing the flange can be a major undertaking that can add significantly to the cost of a home improvement project. And the unfortunate thing is that cost comes after contract, because you don't know what the condition of the flange is until you've commenced the remodeling project. So what you've done is you've solved a problem, and you've prevented a homeowner from getting a nasty change order.
That's correct. What else is nice about this is it's basically already pre-cut the bolts to the exact height that you'll need for setting the new toilet. And it also is stainless steel in the bolts as well as powder coated. So hopefully you won't have that rusting or broken problem in the future.
Now, would it be safe to say that I could use a Perfect Seal in harmony with this?
You can't. This one actually you would use with a traditional wax ring.
But you have this flexible rubber gasket at the exhaust port,
Yes.
which goes right down into the sewer pipe, and effectively prevents any leak at that location.
That's correct.
All right, wonderful. And the retail on that?
$17.99.
Got 2 home runs. Now, one of my favorites that you've just released at the National Hardware Show, Zero Cut Bolts. Talk about it.
All right, so we solved the problem with the wax ring last year. The other half of the equation is what do you do with these bolts? So traditionally, the bolts, anyone that's installed a toilet knows that they stick up straight, they're long, you're going to have to cut them off. And traditionally, the challenges are cutting off those bolts. You risk damage to the porcelain, you risk damage to yourself. It's a hard project to do, it requires lots of tools.
Lots of tools. No tools, no damage. How does it work?
Well, it simply uses a T-nut system here, and the T-nut goes into the flange, and you simply lock it down with the washer that's provided, so you get a very secure base. Then you use what we have is bolt bullets, and those actually will simulate the bolt because you still have to align.
They're guides.
That's right. They're guides for aligning the toilet down on the flange. So you use those, and once aligned on the flange, you can take those out. Now you use the bolt provided that screws down into that T-bolt, and you actually tighten it down with a simple little tool that we provided that allows you to get a torque on that and tighten it down very, very strong.
It's a tool / cap holder. It's wonderful. The engineering that now, did you have something to do as the senior product manager with the development of this, or?
Well, no, I didn't, but a very smart inventor came to us with this, and we designed it from there.
I like it very much. And the manufacturer's suggested retail of this product?
$7.99 on that.
Awesome. Okay. 3 terrific products that you can take advantage of, but I believe that you have more to talk about now, and the next line of products from Danco.
That's correct. So what we've done with our products in the toilet category, because they are so innovative, because they solve for the customer, their everyday problems, and they actually give the DIYer confidence to do that project. We like to say, like I said, we put the improve in home improvement. So we don't only want to solve their problem, we want to make it better. So we took all of our products that we have in the toilet category, and we've rebranded them under the Next brand. So Next by Danco is what we've rebranded them by. And again, it's in that whole theory of making this job so easy, no tools, very simple, and enhances the confidence for the consumer.
I think that says a lot. I think that the packaging really speaks to the ease of installation, the step-by-step instructions, the illustrations, and I think the thing that most impresses me is that if I come to the point of purchase and I look at a dual flush valve water-saving fill valve, which is so important, especially as water is a precious commodity, if I look beyond that, I'll find the Perfect Seal, which will solve another problem. I'll find another solution, and that might be the Zero Cut bolts, or perhaps one of the other products that you offer within the Next by Danco line. So there's a real story to tell here, and I know that you have all of the products available for review online. Where may our viewers go to have a look at all of the products and to find a retailer in their neck of the woods?
Well, you can go to nextbydanco.com and you can see all of our great products.
Terrific. He is Mark Garrett, Senior Product Manager with Danco. Next by Danco is the new line, and you can visit their website for more information. James Carey reporting live for On the House at the National Hardware Show.